2007 was the year of the double murder-suicide thanks to Chris Benoit, but 2008 is the year of the single murder-suicide thanks to Vincent Kennedy McMahon, because he has completely killed off Extreme Championship Wrestling. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Fog Wrestling here once again to review ECW. This is the second ECW show of 2008, and at this point, it's pretty close to becoming unwatchable.
Damn right it is. Chavo versus CM Punk again.
Oh, Chav. Oh, bullshit. Down. Do we really need another Chavo Guerrero CM Punk match? Last week, these guys went over 15 minutes for a screwy finish. This week, they went 14 minutes and 50 seconds. And we also had another match that went 15 minutes exactly. Do we really need two 15-minute matches on a 1 hour show? Is that really the way to go?
No, of course it's not the way to go. You also, the 15 minutes of fame, what was that? 15 minutes of pain?
I don't get it. They advertise it and it happens as a 15 minutes of fame, but it was an Iron Man match. Let's just call it what it was. It was an Iron Man match. The 15 minutes of fame was John Morrison. Think of Rocky Balboa there. It was John Morrison giving people a chance to last 15 minutes with him, and if they could, they would get a title shot. It was like the 15 minutes of fame, and he was taking on people that we don't know. Jimmy Yang and the other guy, Shannon Moore, they'd already defeated the tag team champs in recent weeks. So why were they advertising it as a 15-minute when they've already got a win over the... It should have just been a title match. It was a title match, but it should have just been a normal... Or advertise it as an Iron Man match. Why did they advertise it as a 15 minutes of fame match?
You're just getting the same stuff every week. Like, you can't be doing Chavo Punk for 10 weeks in a row, but then you're doing these four competing against each other 10 weeks in a row.
Like, see, they didn't advertise Rock versus Triple H as a 1 hour fame match, did they? It's an Iron Man match, call it what it is, and that's what this was. That's what we kick off the show with. Tag team champs, John Morrison and The Miz taking on Wang Yang and Shannon Moore. Ends on a 1-1 draw. 1-1 seems to be the scoreline, especially if you're watching the 2024 European Championships right now, and I wouldn't recommend anybody watching that. But yeah, 1-1 seems to be the scoreline. I get it, it's 15 minutes. I'm not expecting it to be a massive scoreline, but 1-1 is just... It's just boring, isn't it? It's 1-1.
Yeah. This show sucks. Why are we even watching ECW, man? 15 minutes of pain, that's what it was.
Right, John Morrison defeats Jimmy Wang Yang in the first 4 minutes. And then, just before we get to about the 9th minute, Jimmy Wang Yang gets a pinfall back on John Morrison. So it's 1-1. Wang Yang essentially gets beat up for the entire match. I don't know what the point of Shannon Moore was. Probably so he could get the hot tag at the end. I mean, he does get tagged in at the end for the last 2 minutes, but he's unable to get a pinfall. And then The Miz and Morrison retain their belts with this draw. Will it lead to a rematch since Wang Yang and Shannon Moore didn't get beat? I would assume so. But there you go, 1-1.
Just look at the team of these two, Wang Yang and Shannon Moore, man. It's like two different ends of the spectrum, but they're both on the spectrum, you know what I mean? It's a mess, but for Miz and Morris, they deserve much better. ECW is drowning.
You can see why Joey Styles and Taz won't be around much longer.
Yeah.
Watching this shit.
They sound more depressed with each passing episode.
And I think their commentary was good. See when ECW first started?
Yeah.
I'd say at least for the first year it was good.
Aye.
But can you blame them if they've kind of went off the ball now?
Of course you can't blame them.
If they've given up, can you really hold it against them?
I just don't understand what McMahon's logic is. Like, you've buried ECW, just, call it a day.
Is that what it was? Do you think McMahon's plan was always to bring it back just to go, look, I'm the one and I've killed it? Because I think McMahon could have had a really successful brand here.
Yeah. But the problem is, I think... See, when it got brought back, right?
Well, here's the thing.
Heyman probably thought, I'm going to get a lot of, creative control here, and it was never going to go down that way.
McMahon can... See, this is what I'll call it McMahon, because when ECW came back, the first show got 4.3 million viewers, and I'm not expecting that to stay at that amount, right? It probably is always going to dip. More people are going to tune in to see what happens on the premiere episode. But pretty much straight away, they went down to about the 1 million mark after a couple of months.
Yeah.
That just shows that people were tuning in, expecting to see the ECW that they know, and instead they got this like new version that wasn't, it was McMahon's ECW. People didn't want McMahon's ECW, they wanted Paul Heyman's ECW. But even if they gave us the ECW that we got at like One Night Stand or the build up to one night, that was good. People enjoyed that. But for some reason they gave us even less than that. And yeah, for me it just didn't work. I don't know. At this point it's completely dead.
It is completely dead, but we need to move on to our next match, don't we? Because, I mean, talking about this Wan isn't doing anything for me.
Right, we got a vignette promoting the debut of Kofi Kingston. Can't wait. Trouble in Paradise.
Someone got their leg bit off. Rasta man.
So we got that. We then got the debut of the new ECW diva, LENA YEDA. She's hosting a dance-off between Kelly and Layla. Layla wins the dance-off 100%. Then LENA YEDA says, well, hold on. There's one more person that needs to enter this. This person is me. She then does a dance that, I mean, is arguably better than Kelly's, but nowhere near as good as Layla's. She then just kind of blandly announces herself as the winner and walks off. And Layla and Kelly are just looking at each other. Like, I think this had potential to be a good segment, but this LENA YEDA person just doesn't really have it.
Yeah.
It was very flat. What they actually done, though, should have worked. But, I mean, not when you're announcing it in a monotone fashion. Like,
it didn't work in here. I never knew this person worked for WWE. LENA?
I do recall them actually now, but I don't think they survive long.
Yeah, I don't think they survive long.
Tell you what, I don't know if they'll be here come the end of 2008.
No, they won't be. Not a chance. They won't even be here by the end of January, man.
So yeah, LENA YEDA is the new ECW diva. We'll see how she gets on. We then get our second match of the night. Mark Henry taking on Colin Delaney. Taz is standing with Colin Delaney. He's like, last week you had to take on Big Daddy V. You got a tough break, man. But don't worry, you're tough. You're a tough guy. You're going to come back for that. And the good news is tonight you don't have to face an ECW, an extremist. But the bad news is you need to face someone from SmackDown. And you need to face this guy. World's strongest man, Mark Henry, comes out. Mark Henry hits his moves on Colin Delaney. Beats him in a minute. Is what it is. For me, best match of the night. Squash match. So that's what it should be. Henry comes out, hits a big couple of big powerful moves. Wins. Aye.
Quick and painless, alright? It's better than being dragged out across 15 minutes.
It's better to be dragged out over 15 minutes, but speaking of 15 minutes, it's main event time. Although before that, we do have a backstage promo with Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, the gold standards entering himself into the Royal Rumble. He says he's going to win it and go to WrestleMania. And then after the promo, Joey Styles and Taz have to sit there and pretend that he's got a chance because I guess he is one of the bigger names from ECW. We know the guy's got no chance.
No, he's got no chance. I mean, it's hard. No one in ECW's got a chance. No one.
No, I don't think there's anybody in ECW right now that could win the Rumble.
CM Punk's the champion. I mean, you could maybe spin him if he wasn't the champion. If they wanted to.
Could you argue Big Daddy V? I don't know what he's doing on SmackDown right now.
No, I don't. I think in this era of WWE, there was just like a select few that won Rumbles. And it wasn't fucking jobbers.
Would Big Daddy V be a jobber?
He's not a jobber, but he's not going to. He's not going to fucking headline Mania, man.
Ah, he's not, is he? Like,
no.
Nah, he's definitely.
And when Big Match John's in the pipeline for a return, I mean, come on. Well, look. See, to be fair, Chavo Guerrero got pretty close in the 2008 Royal Rumble.
If Rey Mysterio died,
could Chavo Guerrero
could Chavo get the win?
No.
No.
You'd need Eddie to die
Well,
again.
it worked for Ray, didn't it? So
I did work for... But Ray's Ray and Chavo's Chavo. Oh, no.
So Chavo can't win the Rumble, it's official?
No.
Can't even beat CM Punk.
Not unless the other 29 guys die or something, and Chavo's not winning.
Right, well, speaking of two guys that almost died, me and you watching this, 14 minutes and 50 seconds, CM Punk beats Chavo Guerrero again, this time by disqualification. Last week he beat him by countout, this week he beat him by disqualification. I've got to ask, if he is not, if this isn't a legit match and we're not getting a proper finish, Do both of these matches really need to go 15 minutes?
No, they don't, but the show has nothing else. They're actually struggling to fulfill 43 minutes.
So that's what happens. CM Punk beats Chavo by DQ. Referee just calls the DQ, and then that's it. There you go. CM Punk beats Chavo in back-to-back weeks. I wonder what's going to main event ECW next week. I wonder.
I'm actually going to go to 11 say this was the worst show I've seen from ECW. I'm going to get a 1. There's nothing. There is fucking nothing. I like Big Daddy Fee, right? But him squashing Colin Delaney it's like an added extra on an already decent show. It can't be the saving grace. It can't be.
It was Mark Henry that squashed
You know
Colin
what I mean?
Delaney.
Mark Henry.
We'll get it right.
Mark Henry, Big Daddy Fee, big fucking black guy squishing wee white man. Marco's stunt on steroids.
So the 15 minutes of fame match didn't do it for you?
No, thought it fucking sucked. I don't think Miz and Morris should be going 15 minutes. We're too stubborn.
Well, they kind of have to. I mean, it's a 15-minute time limit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they should be winning fucking 5-0
but
then.
If it was The Rock and Austin in this match, they would have went 15 minutes.
Aye, but they'd win about 10-0, wouldn't they?
Would they?
Aye.
Anyway,
fucking 1. If you give anything above a 1, what you doing?
I'll give it a 3.
A fucking 3?
Aye.
Alright then.
I thought the Shelton Benjamin promo was alright.
Aye, but he's not winning.
I know, but we don't know that.
I fucking do, funny enough.
Well, he doesn't know it.
I mean, he should. Dumb bastard.
Taz and Julie Styles didn't know it.
Nah, they didn't.
I thought the dance-off was alright. Like, I just don't think this Lena YEDA person...
No, but it's like when they did Extreme Expose, it's like there's no fucking substance to it.
Well, maybe this is going to lead to something.
It's like the Mark Henry Delaney stuff. It's like, if it's on top of a good show, it's alright. It adds to it. It doesn't fucking add to it when the show's shit.
So you're not intrigued to see what's next for Colin Delaney?
No!
You're not intrigued to see how this new debut diva, Lena YEDA, gets on next
She's
week?
fucking bar Colin Delaney. It's a 1. Oh, it's a 2.
I'm getting it a 3, you're getting it a 1. 2 out of 10, guys. Wasn't a good show. What did I give last week's? I think I gave last week's a 3.
Aye, so I gave it a 3 as well, I think.
Just needs to be better. Will it be better? Who knows? It's Royal Rumble season. We've got the Rumble in a couple of weeks. Give us a good show, ECW. Come on! Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.